Williamson on the same team. That's just unfair. That's going to be unfair to the West.
It does look stacked on top of Langford for the East.
Wow, 3 of the top 5 players. No, I love the matchup at the small forward position. You look at R.J. Barrett, and you look at Lewis King and Zion Williamson against Cam Reddish, Naz Little. I think that small forward position, Keldon Johnson, is the highlight in the matchup of the McDonald's game.
Might have heard, Paul, but Shaq's a little upset that his son Sharif was not selected.
I did not hear that. What happened? so
he's number 24 in the 100, and he didn't make McDonald's with the 24 players.
There's other guys that were ranked inside the top 25 that didn't make the McDonald's game as well. There's a committee of people, and they voted. So what does that mean? Shaq's going to now go to Burger King and have it his way? I mean,
a boycott might be underway if you believe Matt Barnes.
His son is an outstanding player with tremendous upside. Not going to stop him from being successful.
But in timeout, Langford looking across the floor. It's tipped and stolen. Here's Hunter for Princeton. Hunter now over Langford. He has been money from the mid-range, now with 10 points.
He's got nice pop in his legs. And that pull-up jump shot and a soft touch.
Hunter, a natural-born scorer, in the words of his head coach, Stevie Wright.
And Stevie Wright played at Bowling Green for Dan Dockage. Said he learned a lot from Coach Dockage. Made him a better person and a better player.
Now, speaking of Steve Wright, he's in his first year as Princeton's head coach. Played 6 years in Europe, originally from Dayton. Like you said, the 4 years at Bowling Green. He finished up at then Division II Northern Kentucky as a grad transfer.
He had high praise for Dan. And for those that don't know, Dan Dockage, when he was coaching, head coach, he would hold his guys accountable. He taught him a lot more than motion offensive, man-to-man defense. And Stevie Wright was praising Dan Dockage on the lessons he learned off the court from Dan. Made him a better person.
Langford almost another turnover. He's got 4 in this first half. Jim Shannon on the other side, the head coach at New Albany, the last 2 decades, state championship 2 years ago, 57 years old. He has won more than 500 games in his 34-year career as a head coach.
A gentleman and a first-class head coach. I told him I couldn't believe the line outside of people, the hundreds of fans. He goes, Indiana basketball, coach. It's Indiana basketball. They line up to see Romeo.
Langford fouled on the move. Forget about the shot. Langford still creating offense before the wrist injury that he suffered late in the first quarter. 10 points. He was coming hot right out of the gate. Since then, he's struggled just a bit, at least by his standards. East looking for Langford posting up. Swing it around.
Baisley with that shot blocking range. Long, athletic, very lanky combo forward. He can go from the paint to the perimeter real quick. He's got that long reach and wingspan.
It's Baisley's second block.
I mean, he looks like a poster child for the Syracuse recruit.
Sean East using the up fake, and he hits the jumper. 8 points for East. It's a 6-point lead.
I mean, look at Darius Baisley with the ball. 6'8". He's got strong vertical, quick second bounce.
And a whistle away from the ball. Well, another NBA doubleheader to tip off your weekend. We will start with John Wall and the Wizards in the Motor City to take on the Pistons. Then KP, Kristaps Porzingis, and the Knicks in Salt Lake City to match up with the Jazz. Coverage beginning with NBA Countdown tonight at 7 on ESPN and the ESPN app. It was an offensive foul against Aaron Ward for Princeton, so a turnover here with under 2 minutes to go. Here's Langford. He can shoot it from that distance. Hunter to the corner. And over the top, Khalil Davis.
That's way over the top.
Baisley guarding the point guard, Sean East, trying to shoot over him. Baisley, nice pass to Hunter.
This team is well coached by Stevie Wright. They're unselfish. They play defense. And they're battle tested. They didn't start this game strong, but they didn't fold. And that's how Stevie Wright was as a player. Real competitive young man.
Langford with contact off the glass, +1.
Well, Romeo Langford makes scoring look easy. There's 2, 3 defenders right there. He just glides right to the rim.
Langford, the 9th all-time leading scorer in the state of Indiana, coming in more than 2,400 points. And he could very well make his way to 8 before the end of the half as Baisley with the spin move draws the foul.
And Romeo Langford does it in different ways. It's the three-point shot. It's the pull-up jumper. It's the drive, jump over guys in the paint. He gets on the offensive glass. Where is Noah Analytics when you need it?
The shot chart, the rim map, the entry angle. It's a great feature during the Spalding Hoop Hall Classic as Baisley knocks down the first free throw.
That was a lot of fun. You know, the shot chart, the rim map. But you just can't play Langford one way. I mean, he can beat you so many different ways. And he's got that straight line drive if you get too close.
Baisley, the first McDonald's All-American from the Cincinnati area since Luke Kennard in 2015.
Baisley told us before the game he was born in Brockton, Massachusetts. Lived there till he was 8 years old and then moved to Ohio.
He's a Celtics fan. You would like him.
You have to be if you live in Massachusetts.
East-Arc calls off the rim right into the arms of Baisley, and Steve Wright calls a timeout with 31.7. Princeton has battled back. This crowd raucous here in New Albany. Princeton is down 4. A closer look at Princeton High School, home of the Vikings. Got 1,700 students. Made it to the state championship game in Ohio in 2009. Last year, went 15-10, lost in the sectional final, their first winning season since 2013. Steve Wright wants to take it to the next level. A lot of players, especially Darius Baisley, have said the only goal this year is a state championship in Ohio.
And that's the goal for every public school team. You have a chance to play for a state championship. And in the state of Ohio, if you get that far, you get to play your championship game at Ohio State in the Schottenstein Center. It's a real thrill for these kids.
Like you said, Baisley originally committed to Ohio State, decommitted in April. That was before Thad Matta and the school parted ways. Then committed to Syracuse in July. Calls it his dream school. When he got the offer from Jim Boeheim, he was so excited.
And he's perfect fit for that zone defense to cover ground in the back line. You can see him in the back line easily getting out on shooters or trapping that short corner.
Under 10 seconds now. Here's Baisley, guarded by Langford. Baisley puts it on the floor. Spinning past Langford to lay it home. What a move by Baisley. And the New Albany crowd doesn't like it. They thought it was a turnover, but Baisley has brought Princeton to within 2 at the break.
When Darius Baisley stays aggressive, he's hard to stop one-on-one. He takes you from the elbow. He's got Romeo Langford on him. He gets a little bit lower. They clear out the side. 2 more for Princeton.
Do we really have to choose him to be our next spokesperson?
He's so boring.
Sounds like you're on the fence. Why don't I just leave you my resume? Yes, it's laminated.
No thanks.
You're hired. Try caramel M&M's.
Ow.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
Is that Marcy? Why does she look so great?
Oh, I just signed her up for the Fuel Rewards program, and she got instant gold status. Here, check it out.
Oh, wow.
Get rewarded with gold status at Shell with the Fuel Rewards program. Download the app, join, and start saving 5 cents a gallon today.
Hi, Marcy.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you'll earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day, not just airline purchases. Think about all the double miles you could be earning.
Holy moly, that's a lot of miles!
Shh.
What's in your wallet?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Halftime here in southern Indiana in lovely New Albany, just across the Ohio River from Louisville, Kentucky. New Albany and Princeton throwing down tonight, and we welcome you to ESPN's Recruiting Nation. Ted Emmerich along with the ESPN National Director of Recruiting, Paul Biancardi. You know, last weekend is such a special time of year for us. The Spalding Hoop Hall Classic in Springfield, Massachusetts. We get a chance to see some of the best high school players in the country, and this year they all delivered.
Yeah, what I learned is the top 3 players in the class all performed up to their rankings. They were outstanding on a national stage against high-level competition.
That starts with the #1 player in the senior class, R.J. Barrett, who had a double-double for Montverde Academy in a blowout win over Mater Dei.
Well, R.J. Barrett come out smoking from the outside. And when he does that, the opponent's in trouble because you know he has a drive game and a finish game. He's developed that pull-up jump shot. He keeps Montverde #1 in the nation and undefeated.
The #2 player right behind Barrett, Zion Williamson, coming through Saturday in prime time. 36 points in a losing effort to Chino Hills.
That's a pretty good effort considering he's been out for a month with an injury. Zion Williamson, one of the most physically imposing and freakish athletes that we've seen in a long time. The best finisher in the senior class.
And decision day draws near for Zion. That will be tomorrow. You can catch the announcement live tomorrow night on ESPN2. This is going to be a decision, an announcement that's going to have a ripple effect.
Yeah, one of the most celebrated athletes that I've seen come through the ESPN rankings, Zion Williamson, in a long, long time. His decision is going to impact the program on the court, but his commitment is going to impact the program for years to come.
Most of these schools, especially South Carolina and Clemson in-state, they're in South Carolina. They're trying to deliver that final pitch to Williamson this week. Right behind Williamson, there's Cam Reddish. He's already made his decision. Going to Duke, and he was stellar Monday against IMG, 25 points.
Well, Reddish just glides up and down the court with an NBA pro skill set. The three-point shot, the pull-up game, length and athleticism at the rim is part of that. Big-time class Duke is bringing in, the #1 class in the country, Reddish, R.J. Barrett, and Trey Jones.
Some of the other standouts from Hoop Hall include Onyeka Okongwu from Chino Hills, a junior who had 35 points and 14 rebounds going head-to-head against Williamson.
Yeah, the big fella held his own in the paint and at the rim against Zion. And I love Vernon Carey Jr. He was an absolute monster for the University School, #2 junior in the class. He had a double-double.
We're going to see a few more stars in our next high school matchup 2 weeks from tonight in New York. Christ the King and Archbishop Malloy. We will be joined by the legendary Sue Bird from Christ the King, class of '98. Romeo Langford goes on the clock next.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, we've come this far, but can we finish what we started? Do we have it in us? Can we get back at it and keep grinding? Because the second we think we've given everything, we're gonna give more. Because this is our moment, and we are. We are made for this!
Whatever you're made for, Gatorade is made to fuel it.
Heartburn.
No one burns on my watch. Try Alka-Seltzer, ultra-strength heartburn relief chews with more acid-fighting power than Tums Chewy Bites.
Amazing. I have heartburn.
Ultra-strength from Alka-Seltzer. Enjoy the relief.
What time is it?
Saturday prime time. H-Town put it down in the place to be. CP3, baby, the bomb PG. And it's clear that the beard is MVP. 7 seconds or less making it rain for 3. Yeah.
Steph, Katie, and Clay, Javale, Iggy, and Dre. Ain't no way that you're beating the band. The first game on a Saturday night. Let's see who walks away with the bracket rights.
Warriors, Rockets, tomorrow at 8:30 on ABC. Presented by YouTube TV.
You have a vision. It drives you. It inspires you. It's behind everything you do. Even when you least expect it, it comes through. You know what you want, and we can help make it real. You want choices? We've got lots. Pick a design. Make it your own. And if you get stuck, we can help. Add a special finish. Or try a premium paper. Whatever you choose, we absolutely guarantee the paper, the printing, even your design, every time, for any reason. Because you have a vision, and we have your card. 500 start at just $9.99 when you enter promo code BC500 at vistaprint.com.
We are at the half in this showdown between New Albany and Princeton. And here in Indiana, a state with such a fervor for hoops, there's been plenty of debate if the high school game should adopt a shot clock. Well, Coach B brought his shot clock, and top 5 prospect Romeo Langford is ready to go on the clock.
Romeo, what's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject would have to be finite, and that's because I like to take steps and figure out problems unlike history where you got to know the right answer.
Favorite video game?
Favorite video game would be NBA 2K18, and that's because I'm the best and my friends cannot beat me.
Social media of choice, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat?
I like Twitter the best because it's like the news for me, and I'd rather get on Twitter than sit down and watch the news.
Your final 3 schools, Indiana, Vanderbilt, and Kansas. What are you looking for in your future head coach?
I'm looking for my future coach to be able to push me and get things out of me that I haven't got out myself over the years, and be able to get me a better man on and off the court.
Romeo Langford, thanks for being on the clock.
Thank you.
Here on the banks of the Ohio River, Langford and New Albany ready for the start of the second half. Next.
Pull together. A little to the left.
Easy. All right. We've all got places to go.
Washington crossing the Delaware Turnpike? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Sean saved by switching to Geico.
Big man with a horn.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
A dazzling place I never knew. A new, fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Let me share this whole new world with you.
You won't believe how much is new at Red Lobster. That is, until you taste our new menu. Discover more ways to enjoy seafood with new tasting plates. Small plates with big flavor, like Yucatan shrimp and chili lime butter and caramelized pineapple. And if you like hot, buttery Maine lobster, check out this petite Red Lobster roll. For new entrees, explore globally inspired dishes like spicy dragon shrimp. And now when you order any 2 new or classic entrees, you get a free tasting plate. So get your coupon at redlobster.com and join us today.
There's nothing more important to me than my vacation. So when I need to book a hotel room, I want someone who makes it easy. Booking.com gets it. And with the book now, pay later feature, I can hold on to my hard-earned cash until check-in.
Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Welcome back to the Geico ESPN High School Basketball Showcase. We've got a thriller on our hands through one half. New Albany, Indiana, 29-27 over Princeton, Ohio. The Vikings fans just showed up at the break. Maybe they were stuck in traffic, or maybe they thought it was a 6:30 start. But they are here now, and they are loud in their corner here at the Doghouse. We've got two McDonald's All-Americans in this game, Paul. Two top 10 players, both are showing out.
Darius Baisley came out ready to play for Princeton. Starts the game inside. Good post up, strong finish. He's best in the paint and at the rim. You see the long extension, the finger roll. He'll be headed to Syracuse to play for Jim Boeheim. So smooth, so fluid, good bounce. On the other side for New Albany, it's the man, Romeo Langford. Deep three-point shooter. Knows how to get his own shot and make deep threes. If you challenge him, he'll beat you on a straight line drive. The best scoring guard in the country.
At three at the end of the first half. You noticed Langford holding that left wrist. It's bothered him a little bit, but still 17 points on 6 of 12 shooting. Darius Baisley in double figures with 10 as we check out the Geico first half stats. So Langford has once again a new tape job on that left wrist. It's packed to an extra layer of white tape on the black tape he had previously. He's going to have a boxing glove on his hand by the end of the night.
Tell you what, he's in a fight right now against Princeton. And Princeton from Ohio, Cincinnati, they've come to win this game, not just play it.
A quick look for Baisley inside, and the jump hook over Langford drops in to tie the game.
Well, Baisley is not a post player per se, but he's the tallest guy on the court in this game, so he's got to utilize his height for that turnaround jump shot on that little jump hook.
For New Albany, Langford and Sean East have combined for 25 of the team's 29 points. Here's Langford on the move. Oh, that was halfway down. Baisley gliding through traffic for the finger roll. Langford a turnover. Hunter, the jam. Transition bucket after the mistake.
I thought Hunter was just going to lay it up, and then he said, you know what? I got to send a message right now. And he did.
It's national TV, and it's on the road. Why not? And a foul as Langford made his move.
Well, Princeton with the great defense. Darwishi Hunter stopped, flushed. Could have went in and just took the 2 points off the glass. I think he's trying to make a statement. You know, his crowd showed up, so he's got to show off a little bit.
He's got to show them what they missed in the first half. Hunter is putting together a solid game. Yeah, Princeton's fans late getting to the gym here in New Albany, about 140 miles north. 2-hour drive or so. Langford catch and shoot. He bangs it down. And Romeo Langford is now the 8th all-time leading scorer in the state of Indiana.
You can put two guys on him, you can trap him. You can get up close to him, he'll blow by you. You let him shoot deep, he's gonna make them.
East, a blur in transition, all the way for 2.
Yeah, that's unacceptable for Princeton. When you get back on defense, the first rule, stop the ball. Tell you what, Romeo Langford, he's covering Darius Baisley.
We've seen that for most of this game.
Yeah, 2 number 1s.
In more ways than one. Langford grabs the rebound with Baisley nearby.
That was a big-time rebound.
East. And Baisley with a big-time rebound of his own.
You see the way Langford and Baisley elevate grab the ball with 2 hands off the glass. They're going to be very good rebounders at their respective positions when they get to the next level. I like the way Baisley handles it.
At his size, weaving through traffic, Baisley for 2 more.
Fans want him to travel. He just takes long steps.
Now they wanted a double dribble at the end of the first half when he scored it. Langford way off from distance. Kerr again, an offensive rebound and the putback.
Baisley playing a little point forward, bringing the ball up, initiating the offense. Then he'll go inside to get it back.
Isaiah Kennedy, the sophomore point guard for Princeton, barking out the play. Hunter on the wing. Hunter left open.
Seems like when Hunter steps out of that mid-range, it's not as comfortable.
And a short bunny for Julian Hunter, his second basket. New Albany coming in, an 8-game winning streak. They've won their last 35 here at home. Let's see why it's so tough to play here in the doghouse. Pierce, he's known as a shooter. That's short.
Romeo Langford with a good block out on Baisley. I was watching the stars under the basket.
Now a foul on Dorishi Hunter. And we've got a timeout. New Albany up by 3. McDonald's All-Americans going head-to-head. Baisley one-upping Langford on this exchange.
If you've got $5, you could make a random meal playing Dollar Menu Bingo.
Anybody have fish sandwich?
Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, fries, drink, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Hey, listen up. We're here because we deserve to be here. Because what's inside us has made us relentless. Made us get back up again and again. Made us one of a kind. And made us go further than anyone thought. So they will not outwork us, outwill us, or take what is ours. Because we are made.
Whatever you're made for, Gatorade is made to fuel it.
Today, what are you going to give? Give 30 more seconds on your Peloton. Give it from right here in your living room. Give it your best morning, noon, or night. Give it up for New York's best instructors live. Give them something to see. Give yourself 1,000 other riders to push you to the top. Give it up for this song. Give more than you ever thought you could. Give your home the one thing that will make you give it all. Peloton.
We pack our $5 All-Star Meals with all kinds of goodness. This one features our hand-breaded chicken tenders. Here's one with a double cheeseburger and a jumbo dog. And this one has a double cheeseburger and a spicy chicken sandwich? There's even one with onion rings. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Great battle between 2 top programs from Navy.